This, a monkey dares speak to a Farseer? But kill us, please. Daughter of Zirin, who has walked the path of an outcast. Mercy, grant us mercy. Came here hoping to find answers to my question, but what do I see? Only the pain and suffering of those I failed to save. Yeah, your presence with Kudrak would hardly change anything. You'd most likely be dead. You don't know that? No one can. What I'm to do with the Melantark? You've been asked for mercy, grant it. You're right, Melantark. After everything that happened, I have no right to leave them like this. Shadow of she of thirst is creeping ever closer upon their already twisted souls. I will not allow her to devour what is left of them.
Spill no tears for me, Isha.
Okay, we've got a serrated knife. Woo. Did we fail past that? Failed it. Okay. Not as much, but still. Jesus Christ, they really mess with these guys. What a strange feeling. Kayla Menche Kane, take my heart. Placed on a grimstone pedestal in front of you, it's an intricate game board, broadly similar to one of Regside players use. Miniature figures of Dukari and a Seriani, skillfully fashioned out of onyx and wraithbone, are frozen in elegant poses opposite of each other, several of them toppled. And for one moment, you think you see fresh blood running from under the game pieces down the small grooves in the carved board. Observe silently. There's the game board stunned. Uneven breathing is like rolls of thunder in a resonant silence of the chamber. Stop torturing my mind. I will not let you become another spirit of the wind. Going on? Left correct. That's my path. Is not that you've been teaching. Is that all you've been teaching us from birth until the final moments of our lives? I can hear it very well. The mournful lament of our brothers and sisters tortured to death in this room. Bear not to hear it, but I cannot. As clear as I hear the melody of your soul's torment. But don't you dare. There's no need to blame me for what happened to you. One of the Farseers is trapped inside the board? How did you know? Monkey is incapable of hearing a call of an immortal soul of Child of Asurim. Could it be a simple guess? Yeah, you are absolutely right, Intark. In their torture, the Dark Ones have gone far beyond the limits of that's possible. We're imprisoned within these game pieces. Within each... Oh, Jesus. Yeah, why do they imprison a soul on the game board? Why does the wind blow and the rain fall? Yeah, they do because they're evil, get it. It dies each time, each taking piece, and is resurrected at the end of the game. Looks like yeah. What is she saying? I'm a traitor and my path is paved with the bodies of my kin. I'm an outcast who carries the blame of the destruction of my home since I heard the call of our dying ancestors would not return in time. Yeah, you couldn't save Kudrak alone. I could have protected my home and met my end alongside the others. What would that have done? I'm yet to reach the end of my path. The seed planted long ago is yet to grow. Heresy must be destroyed, yeah. You should end her suffering? No, I cannot. If you destroy an Assyrian soul without applying a spirit stone... Okay, we can take to her ship and at least save her there. It's hard to say how much more suffering her soul yet to endure before we leave the city. She may even be devoured by Slanesh on the way. Its forms like these make our soul very brittle and defenseless. But if you think there's a chance you can save, I'll not... Okay, stand your way. Give it a go! What's the worst that can happen? Except it's Astartes boots. Oh my. Wolf boy, we got some stuff for you. You're dead to Astartes, what? Are you not? Hmm. Damn. Okay, I thought it was for Wolf Boy. There's a whole section up here.
Curious creatures. Oh, I wish to vivisect you.
But there's the experiments. Hmm.
How intriguing.
Why did I just hit that, you stupid...
Let's see.
A pitiful attempt.
Oh, Lord.
Heal my wounds. Isha, heal my wounds. So shall I become the All-Father's worthy instrument. Like a paw. return this favor tenfold.
What's with the heavy breathing? Hmm.
If it serves your cause. I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Okay, that was an interesting one.
This is unacceptable. Faith without deeds is worthless.
That frenzy shit seems to be stopping them from taking a certain amount of damage.
If I may. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I will join the ancestors.
Hmm.
I will carve runes out of your bones. Bite of death!
It will be done.
I will tear your heart out for this.
I don't really do any damage to them, so might as well not bother.
Ooh, another scar to my collection.
You will pay dearly for your actions.
Will I though? That's something you actually think will happen?
Step by step I lead.
Okay, apparently. Lap. Lap. Don't run from him.
Oh, Isha, heal my wounds. See how. Don't dishonor the wolf with such tasks. A pitiful attempt.
Hmm.
I understand your intent. As the Emperor commands, I act. I am his will made manifest. Each strike is a prayer. Doubt is for the weak. Rally.
Heal my wounds. Let me educate you on the art of pain.
Boop.
Another foe painted
Good job.
black.
Extend a helping hand, I'll show you the way home. Written, angular but surprisingly tidy hand, as if the writer deliberated meticulously over every word. Notes are supplemented by diagrams and formulae. The Farseer's mind is aggressively resisting external interference. The mind maggot perished instantly upon being introduced into the system. As punishment, the subject's been placed into vibra shackles that ship away. Oh, limb bones. Mind maggot enhanced with power implants. Subject placed in red-hot metal capsules during the introduction of the parasite. Despite pain, the parasite insists on the subject succeed in addressing the veil. Parasite destruction detected 2 minutes into the presence of in the subject's body. Enhanced with poison. Subject punished by particular skin removal. From finish. Results negative for as long as the subject remains capable of combating the mind maggot's presence. Pain is the only available method of suppression.
They will see. Oh, yes, indeed. They all will see.
As a webway resonance device.
I have learned much in my exile.
Okay, so I'm guessing whatever super strong prophecy is in that capsule, right? Save and hit the button. I know it's already hit it, but I forget when I hit save, honestly. Eklundil. Despite his many bleeding wounds, startling Aldari calmly straightens his shoulder and raises his narrow chin as he scrutinizes you with his gaze. Mysterious blue lights glimmer in his emerald green eyes. Monkey and an outcast have found their way into the heart of the Dark City to save what little remains. The universe is full of cruel surprises, but this is an outcome I managed to foresee. We were seen on meeting, but could not avoid being captured. What is the point of your prophecies then? Glances daggers at her fellow Aldari, but he does not look away. Farseer frowns. His face reflects guilt and grief, yet he says gently, I'm glad our paths crossed again, my child. It is a relief for me to know that you're alive. My great joy to see how much firmer of spirit and mind you've grown over the years of exile. I think we have a lot to talk about. Make the Aldari greeting a jester, I guess? You got yourself a most amusing monkey to keep company, Roulette. He understands our language and even knows a thing or two about customary greetings. Not that any of it makes him worthy of companion for you to have on your path. It is the Elentark who keeps me at his side. Were not for him, my soul would have long left this body, or else it would have been devoured by a minion of she who thirsts. And I would never learn the truth about how having a Kudrak. Start by introducing ourselves. Call Elentark, one forgets one's good manners all too easy in the Dark City. Standing before you is Eklundil Maresh, who walks the path of the Farseer. He is the all-seeing eye, the timeless sentinel of Kudrak. He was, that is. Either way, a monkey's name is not the kind of thing he would be particularly interested in. In case you were expecting me to introduce you in turn, he'll forget your name as serenely as one who forgets the troubled dreams in the morning. Elentark, that is a word I've not heard in years. You said you would help us find our way home? What do you mean? Countless hours I spent in the Monkus' cage were not all spent in the throes of agony. I listened, I observed, and I absorbed. And soon learned that the old-age gate built by our ancestors is hidden in the heart of the spire, a webway gate connected to the outside world. We can unseal it and forge our path to salvation. I can help you make your way out of the Dark City and leave this place behind, but you must take me to the gate. My mind is still firm, and my spirit is unbreakable, but my body, on the other hand, will not soon forget the pain's embrace. What's the point of your questions, Elentark? I can guide you to the gate myself, but not before who walks the path of the Farseer, the all-seeing pours light of truth. Hey, Hev, how you doing? Welcome on in. Pours the light of truth into the bottomless well of fear and doubt. Jesus Christ. Wish this was read out loud. Farseer is at your disposal, Ulet. I feared the moment would never come. Look at me, Eklundil, and tell me what adversity befell our home. As a council member, you cannot possibly be unaware of the truth, and Eklundil, do not even consider of hiding anything from me. I am sick, how are you? I'm not sick, so I'm better in that regard, but I'm sorry to hear you're unwell. Hopefully you get better soon. I also hope you've had a good Christmas. So Merry belated Christmas, and also a Happy New Year soon. Sometimes ignorance truly is bliss, my child, but I cannot deny your right to know the truth. The Farseer tosses back his head, and his voice sounds like a rolling thunder. When we found ourselves amid the stars of the stellar fabric, we encountered a monkey ship. A ship much too puny to take on the, Syriani world. Or so we thought, until the council was struck with a vision of horror to come. This ship would soon be our doom. Not only for us on Kudrak, but all our Dari kind among the nearby stars, even those whose paths stretched far beyond the stars. Was a good kid got sick the day after. And it's sticking around. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, my stepdad was coughing up throughout the entire. He's had like a virus, and his cough won't go away. But apart from that, Christmas was good. A lot of good food. Drank quite a bit since I didn't have to drive, and yeah, some decent little presents. It was a good time. We can all allow such a thing to happen. When the ship approached, we pierced it with hundreds of salvos, and then rejoiced. For among the wreckage, the Rangers found no trace of the foreseen curse. During how wrong we were, the ships that returned from the reconnaissance to our starports were already carrying it on their wings. Whether it was scratch from the passing wreck or infected ashes of the monkey's ship that the cosmic winds had not the time to disperse, the plague crept into our home and immediately began to eat away the Rothwell's flesh. Is this the, you know, they're talking about that freaking sentient virus that eats all technology sort of thing. I mean, I had to drive down to my sister's and I stayed in her guest room overnight. Yeah. I just could not be asked to then drive home, then to have to drive down the next day, because we celebrate on the 24th here, Christmas Eve. but also since I'm English, we had the 25th, so it's a 2-day sort of thing. I stayed over and did so much food, so much goddamn food. True, more than I needed, yeah. In the Infinity Circuit, the souls of our ancestors battled the spreading pestilence ferociously. But the world was falling apart. There was no stopping it. Spires collapsed, rivers dried up, the ground itself sank. And all the living things turned into a strange blend of organic matter and metal. We fought our home until the very end. Not for our home till the very end. But when it became clear that Kudrak was beyond saving, the council decided to gather all those who remained, board them on the surviving shuttles, and scatter them across the galaxy to look for salvation. And that was what we did. But who steered the infected vessel towards Kudrak?
I am afraid you already know the answer, Elantark. You just cannot accept it. Your predecessor, she who
Randomly voice
previously
acted?
owned this vessel and your entire protectorate. The monkey who kept a piece of my homeworld in her study, like a trifle or trophy of no great significance.
So it was your cursed kind. Eyes light with golden radiance. Shedding innocent blood would not help our home back. Yeah, bring our home back. The Antark is guilty only of helping me to reach this place and free you. Blood of the executioners of our people flows through the veins of the one you long to save. What was the monkey done to deserve your mercy? You said a disease broke out aboard the ship? Was it to know how your kinspeople destroyed my world? So you can follow their example? No. Trying to avoid it. The answer the question, yeah, Eklandel. Not for the monkey's amusement, but for the sake of those whose souls dissolved in infinity. At first we thought the monkey were in service of the greatest enemy of our kind, one who lurks beyond the edge of reality. The world's affliction manifested itself differently. Slaughtered Kudrak while avoiding encounters with their souls of the ancestors. We were waiting for Slanesh, the destroyer of souls, to burst her way through the gaping wounds of the world, yet her gaze was directed away from our suffering. No one ever managed to identify the nature of the curse, even we watched it destroy our homes. Yeah, see, I don't think it was intentional. Because I remember they were transporting from Kiva Gamma this sentient sort of virus thing on a ship, and I think that ship somehow encountered them. Because I believe it was something, yeah. But then why would she keep a piece of it on our wall? It's weird. Your kind fled, Kudrak. How'd you end up here? Our twisted cousins found our ark in the void, its cold embrace. At first it seemed they were going to save us, to extend a helping hand, and so we told them what happened, and where to look for it. But our cousins' souls are dark and thirst for blood. My ark was the first one to be they seized. Kari massacred hundreds of thousands of their own kind, for fleeting pleasure's sake, and enslaved the Farseers for their accursed experiments. And that monkey was how I ended up hanging in this cage. Is it completely destroyed? That's hard to believe. Union took care of what remained. That's none of your concern. But I can tell, how did the Kudrak end up in the Expanse? It's close to the monkey ships and the Dark Omen's hunting grounds. That was the path chosen by the Council, my child. We had charted Kudrak's course among the stars for years. No one had an inkling of the terrible fate that would await us in a place that promised us salvation. No one knew. As the Farseer looks away for a mere second, but an itching sensation immediately burrows its way into the base of your skull. Something is wrong here. Paths I've walked have taught me a great deal. See the truth where it's concealed, and to hesitate to cut off the head of the lying snake that tries to coil around my heart. The entire Farseer Council failed to foresee that a world's doom. Even everything the children of Zurian have been taught about the past for centuries is a lie. You're hiding something. They'll speak. Yeah, speak now. How dare you take that tone with me, outcast? I'm not obliged to justify myself before you. We freed you from the Vonclus' torture, Ekandel. This is the thanks we get. Green eyes are filled with despair. We had been steering Kudrak for a long course prophesied by the stars themselves until Jael's tormentorless currents cast us to the edge of the Great Wound. A storm was coming, threatening to sweep Kudrak away from its path. The council decided on a route to safety across the nearest inlets of hope into the space known to the monkey as the Coronis Expanse. We stood by our decision, but there came a point where the prophecies became even darker, or ever darker, and more unsettling. Oh my god, my throat's hurting. I need tea. Someone proposed altering the course, but the closing grip of the raging Sayal was blocking our path on all sides. It was then the council's opinion was split. My vote was the deciding one deciding one in that difficult debate. I believed that the prophecy that had promised us salvation in the expanse could not have been a lie. You already know what happened next. We were doomed. I should have stayed on Kudrak. We were trying to help those who survived the disaster. If only I had not chosen that cursed path and left the craft world, I could at least have tried to save someone. You're not to blame for the demise of your world. Subverting a fate is beyond your power. Farseers is not the Farseers. It was not beyond their power. They led Kudrak to prosperity for years, only to become too blind to what's going on around them. If they not followed the prophecy as old customs required, they could have changed course instead. These might still be whole. There's no bringing back the past. You can try and change, but you can try and change people's future. Stay silent for a long time, peering into the face of the Farseer standing across from her. Calm and collected, he looked prepared to meet his fate. Finally, Yurit replies, "We both guilty, both deserve a fate much more terrible than death. However, it's too early for us to leave this world before we have atoned for our guilt. Come with me,